Hey beautiful people. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to This Girl's Insights, where you can find vlogs, hauls, and sit down conversations about various topics. My name is Oyin and I am this girl. And this video is about how I quit my job. Yeah. Ain't no special intro, y'all have read the title. Basically, recently, the end of 2018. So, I guess my last day of work was the 30th of November 2018. I just stopped working. I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna be like, chilling, resting. No, let me be serious. So yeah, as you've probably guessed from the title, I recently quit my job without having another job to go to. And it's weird because and I feel like I only realized that people thought that was odd after I did it. Like a week after, I was like, oh, people don't do this. But I feel like I also think it's more, I've spoken to a couple of people that have done it, and I feel like it's probably more popular than we are aware of. Anyways, I'm not trying to make this a long video, so I'm going to try and stick to some kind of topic. We'll see. I guess in this video I kind of just wanted to talk about why I decided to make a decision like this. And believe me, this was not something I thought I would ever do. I have been working for as long as I can remember. As long as I was legally allowed to make money, I have been working. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is I wasn't always necessarily in a position growing up where we didn't have too much money for most of my youth growing up at home. So when you come from a background where you hustle, even when you get older, you just learn to be in a state of mind where I need to just keep getting paid. I can't be in a position where I'm not getting paid, because I am not about to do the hungry thing anymore for anybody. So that's where I was. But even though I kind of am still that person, because I'm still not trying to do the hungry thing, I got to a point where the only thing I thought I could do was just quit. And I think, just as you guys might have guessed, if you guys, anyone that follows my blog, thisgirlsinsights.com, plug, check it out when you have a chance. Right after you watch this video, go onto my website. But if you guys, follow my blog, you will know that over for a while I've been talking about the fact that, one, I own this, I am a workaholic. So I work too hard. If I'm passionate about something, I will give it my all. So whether it's about hobbies or trying to plan a wedding for a friend or a birthday party, I take things to heart. And similar with my job, I gave it my all. And then it got to a point where I didn't have a work-life balance. And as much as I believe in owning 100% of your fault, so I'm going to start this off with saying I own the fact that my tendencies to try and do things as well as I can and to the best of my ability contributed to my lack of work balance. I also felt like I was in a place where there was too much work. It was too much to do for one person. I started in a team of 4 with 2 of us doing my job. I was there for over 3 years. Over those years, my workload increased dramatically. The work we had to do as a team increased, and it was just me. So it was more work, less people. And when I say I was working all hours, there was a point where I would, and I am ashamed to say this because it's kind of like, what? But I would get to work late, so probably leave the office around 8, go home, have dinner, take a nap on the train, log back into work and stay logged into 2 a.m. And I don't mean I was doing this as a one-off. This was a regular. I would have days where I would work an 11 or 12-hour day and I would be happy because that was a short day. And I'd been doing this for years. Just years. And I couldn't do it anymore. And I would try and explain what my job was. I'm not going to talk about where I worked because I think it's a good company. But my role was very specific. And to be fair, my role doesn't exist in most companies. It's kind of one of those new jobs that's kind of arisen out of the development of technology. So I basically worked with the computer system. So a huge part of my role was managing and taking care and improving engagement with a particular computer system. So that's basically just what I did. And there were a lot of things going on. So obviously, because it's a computer system that you have to be an expert in, I was the point of contact for a lot of people. But then it meant, like, again, because it's a new role, not everyone knew how to manage the system or understood it or understood the back end. Sometimes people didn't understand the front end. I was getting all the questions and I had no one else to pass the work on to and no one else to support me. And what I will say is, after about a year of complaining, actually, yeah, was it up to a year? I don't know, it was probably less. After about 9 months of complaining, they finally did bring someone to my team, and such an amazing girl who was such a help, to kind of take on my role, learn a bit more about it. And it was a shared role, so she was doing my role and another person's role, and she was trying to basically do both our jobs and kind of support us both. And to be fair, I don't think, I would just put this honestly, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I still don't think they brought her on because I was complaining. I think there were other factors in place, office politics, that led to her coming on. But what I will say is, at least that happened, and that made my life a little bit easier. It meant I could not think about certain things. But yeah, yo, I was tired. Like, I got to a point where I was just tired, and not only tired, I was sick. So this time last year, and actually just before I started the YouTube channel, because a huge part of me starting YouTube was because I wanted to do something that was for me. I wanted a hobby, and I wanted something that would actually force me to leave the office. Something that would say, I'm like, I need to edit a video, I need to do this, I need to record a video. So I wanted actually something that was life, because I'll be perfectly honest, I would wake up, think about work. And when I say wake up, think about work, I started work on the way to work. So I would start work on the way to work. As soon as I sat on the train, I started working. I would work through lunch. And I only recently in the last year learned to start taking my lunch breaks. But for majority of the time, I would work through lunch. I would stay late and keep working. I would come back home from work and keep, like, my life was work. I would log in on the weekends and work. And it was this case of there was always more work. And I feel like what I was saying is, in a lot of jobs, there is always more work. And you have to learn for yourself to say no. So I'm not saying if you're in this situation, quit your job. Because that's not for everyone. And I know why I did what I did. But I think at some point, I had to learn to say no. And even going forward, because it's not like I'm never going to work again. When I go back into work, I need to learn to say, I get that there's more work, but this can wait. And that's something I was learning in the last year of my role, when I was in that role. Just very much thinking about, okay, what can wait till tomorrow? What can't wait till tomorrow? But yeah, a huge part of why I left. So I will own that about myself. But even doing that, the workload was just too much for one person. Or I guess 1.5 people, because the other girl on my team was only with me for half the week, I guess. So basically, like, you know, the idea of working 24 hours a day, so basically work, sleep, eat, was unhealthy. So yeah, so that's what I was trying to say. Please forgive me. So I basically, my neighbor is like playing like really loud music. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I really hope you can't, because it's actually annoying me. But yeah, going on to, so yeah, this time last year when I started a YouTube channel, I was actually sick. Like, I was actually, like, and over the last year, and even longer than the last year, I have had basically various illnesses caused by stress, or getting sick because I have a low immune system because I am stressed. And I think, like, you know, when you just keep on going back to the doctors and they're like, you're stressed. Like, yeah, you've got this again because your immune system is low because you're stressed. And it was just, and I had other stresses in my life. Like, let's not just put this all on work. Like, let's be completely honest. I had other things going on in the background I'll probably talk about in a different video. But then a huge part of my stress was my job. And at the time, before I left, I was thinking of leaving, obviously. Like, no person stays in this situation and is just like, yeah, you know, I'm stressed. Like, I was thinking of leaving, but the plan was, to leave and to go to another job. That was difficult because I didn't even have time to update my CV because I was working so much, and I put work over that, and that's on me. But then I guess I quit my job because firstly, I knew it wasn't life as God intended it for me. Like, I knew that God did, like, if anything happens, if the trumpet sounds, if God forbid something happens, like, I knew the purpose of my life wasn't to have spent years just working around the clock for this organization. I knew that wasn't my overall purpose. I knew that wasn't what life was supposed to look like. And a huge part of taking this break was for me to take a step back and basically say, okay, what should life look like? And going forward, what do you want your work-life culture to look like? And actually actively make a decision to look for that and operate in that. Because, okay, yeah, right now I can do that because I am single and I live by myself, and that's okay. But then it's like, I need to learn this balance before I have a husband to think about, before I have kids to think about. Because it's not like, and I think that's the one thing I always say, I don't think when you get into certain situations, you just switch. I think there's certain things you have to prepare your mind. You can't expect to change a habit of a lifetime just because something else is going to come and change that. Sometimes you have to make the changes yourself. But even apart from that, I just knew I couldn't go on anymore. I couldn't keep up with the schedule. I was just tired and sick all the time. So yeah, I quit my job. And a huge reason behind me quitting as well was when I first decided to do it, when the thoughts came and it said, you need to quit, even though you don't have anything else to go to. The only reason I had not to quit was because I was afraid. And I am a huge believer in fear is not a reason not to do something. Unless if it's like, obviously don't jump off a building because you're afraid of that, because you will die. But saying, oh, I don't want to do this because, honestly, in my mind, I was like, if I do this, what if I don't get another job? And that's fear speaking. And the moment I recognize, okay, that's fear, and I know I am at peace with this, I'm like, well, fear, you're just going to have to sit down somewhere. Because God did not give me a spirit of fear. He gave me a spirit of power, of love, and of sound mind. So, and this was this wasn't like, oh, my days, I'm thinking about doing this. Basically, I probably had the thought on Thursday of one week. Then I was like, no, just try and work through this emotion. Was it the Thursday? No, it was the Friday. So let's say on a Friday, I was off. I was at the doctor's and I was sick of work, and that's when I was like, I'm quitting, because something happened in the office, and I got an email and I was like, I am done. Another huge thing was, in the whole time I was in this role, especially in the last few months, I didn't feel like I was valued. I feel like it was almost like, let's just work her to the bone, but not appreciate her. And I honestly know that wasn't the situation, because I love the people I worked with. They're great people. I knew that they cared about me, but when I get that as friends, we're cool. But beyond that, I don't feel the love and I don't feel valued, because I'm here saying this isn't enough and I'm sick and the workload is making me sick and you're not doing anything. And I've been saying this for a year. So I didn't feel valued, and something happened where I was like, you know what? I got an email on a Friday while I was sitting in the doctor's office. So this is me sick, still working through my emails. And let's just say I get an email that leaves me, so annoyed. And right there, I wrote my resignation letter. And then I was like, you know what? There's no point trying to move from a place of anger. You're not going to try and quit your job from a place of anger. And you're not going to try and leave bad blood. I do not believe in having bad blood with anyone or anything. I feel like at the end of the day, as much as this situation exists, I still love you as an individual, and that doesn't change. So I took the weekend to kind of just calm down. And then over the next week, I think it was on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, I had a conversation. I had a conversation with my manager, where I basically expressed how I felt about what had happened on the Friday. And by the end of that conversation, I was like, I'm not upset anymore. I could actually stay. And then I went home on Wednesday night. So this is the day of the conversation. I just thought, but I can't. When you're You know when they say the straw that breaks the camel's back was broken. It was done. And you know when you're like, I'm not angry. Like, I totally understand the situation. I understand that there are things out of your control. I understand the office politics of it. I understand the budgeting issues. I understand all of that. But I'm choosing me. Like, I want to be nice. I want to be understanding. But I have literally given all that I can give. So basically, on the Wednesday night, I was in bed. It was probably about 9 p.m. and I was like, I'm going to quit my job. In fact, I think I have footage from that. If I have footage from that, I feel like I recorded something in that moment. If I did, I will insert it here. Hey guys. This is so weird. I'm not even sure if I'm ever even going to post this. It is the 31st of October. And I made a decision today. I'm going to quit my job tomorrow. Like, I am full on. What am I doing? Why am I trying to cover up like this? Okay, I didn't think about this before I switched on this camera. I am gonna quit my job. I'm full on gonna quit tomorrow. I know I don't have another job lined up. Let's just say there's just been a lot going on. I've been very stressed. I felt overworked. I felt undervalued. Like, it's been like I'm not even trying to go into it right now today. Because I am in such a good place. But yeah, kind of have a couple ideas, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. But I have peace about it, and I trust God as my provider. He is my provision, so it's all good. I am ridiculously happy about this. Like, I feel like last day, like at certain points I will be sad about this because this has been nearly 4 years of my life. But you know what? It's like, I refuse to continue to allow myself to be treated in a way I don't believe I should be treated. And I choose to value myself. And I choose to put myself first. Because I choose to be indispensable to myself. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on here and tell you this. Like a new season, new journey. Like, I don't even know what next, but you know, God is in control. Okay, yo, I actually need to, I know I'm in bed, but I've actually not got ready for bed. I need to go wash my face and get ready for work tomorrow. Oh, yeah. This is a joke. Not yo. But literally on Wednesday night I decided I was going to quit my job. On Thursday I gave a notice, and a month later, last day. So yeah, that's basically what happened. And I guess what I'm going to say is, like, I'm not, like, this isn't like one of the situations where, like, I'm quitting my job to become a full-time YouTuber. Like, yeah, yo, let's be realistic. My channel is not big enough for me to be doing that. But y'all can help me out. You know, subscribe. Tell all your friends to subscribe. Maybe this could be my, like, you know, y'all could help me out. But yeah, so I am planning to go back to work. Now this video wasn't like, this isn't November. Obviously this is, when did I stop work? End of November. And in that time I have basically just been resting. Like, you know, this week I started like digging out my CV and trying to, like, you know, sort myself out and think about next steps. But I'm still not sure what the next steps are. All I know is I am trying to be led by God, because as far as I'm concerned, this is an opportunity. Like, I have taken a break. I have reassessed what I consider to be my priorities, and I want to go into a role that still fulfills me, because I loved my job. I loved the actual work of it. I loved my team members. I have seen my team members multiple times since I left. Like, as people, like, everything was good apart from the workload. I couldn't do it. The pay could have been better, actually. I'm going to put that out there. The pay could have been better, and there was a lack of progression. So maybe not everything, but you know, generally, like, on the soft side of things, that was good. But the other stuff was, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. The plan is to keep this video under 30 minutes, so I'm gonna try and start wrapping things up. So yeah, since I have been off, I have been resting, I have been taking care of my body, I have been healthy. Like I have had, yeah, 6-7 weeks of healthy. Like, you know, when I first left, because when I left I was still ill, so it was kind of like a not perfect, but it wasn't getting worse, which was basically the story for the last year. But yeah, I have been at peace, I have been happy, I have been resting, I've been getting enough sleep, I have spent time with my family members, I have been going out, I've been going to the theater, I've been seeing my friends, I've been able to be more involved in church, because normally when it's like doing anything, I'm like, I'm just too tired, I'm tired. Whenever I was anything, it was just how are you feeling? Tired. What do you want to do later on? Sleep. What do you want to do for your birthday? Sleep. And for the first time, like, I have energy to just do stuff. So I'm more active in church. I'm more involved with my life. I'm responding to WhatsApp messages like, oh my, like, I'm not responding on time, but like, yo, that's a big thing. Because I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not proud of this, but there are times when, like, I've responded a couple months later, like, sorry for the delay in getting back to you. It's been a busy couple of months. So, like, I'm doing life, which is amazing. And I get that some people think this is radical, and I guess maybe it is, but to me, it still doesn't feel radical. And I guess maybe because I knew I had peace about the situation. So, as much as right now, as much as I don't know what the next steps are, I trust God. I trust God to provide. I trust God that I won't go hungry, that I'll have a roof over my head, that I will find the job that I need to be in, that will not only bless my life, but also bless the lives of others and glorify his name. Like, I trust him to do all that. So I am resting in that. And I'm not panicking. I'm really just not panicking. I know he's going to do it. He has been my provision all of my life. He is going to be my provision. Like, you know, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And I love that psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And because let's say as a sheep, I definitely felt led by my shepherd into this decision. I trust that he is still leading me. So I know that I'm not going to want for any good thing. And in the meantime, and as I continue, all I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to lie by the streams. I'm going to continue to rest. Psalm 23, man, that's a powerful psalm. Y'all read that. That's your homework from this video. Read Psalm 23 and just be aware of how delightful that psalm is. How God is saying, I am going to take care of you. I am going to lead you by streams of still water. Like, you're just going to be lying in the grass, tanning under the sun. Like, I'm going to take you into such a calm. So just rest. Let me be your shepherd. And I think that's the other thing. The only instruction in that psalm is, let the Lord be your shepherd. Yo, I don't know. I don't even know how I've got onto this. Now I'm preaching. But yeah, yo, I quit my job and I'm smiling. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I made a list of things I wanted to mention. I want to see if I've covered it all. I think the only thing else I wanted to say was, when I quit my job, there was a temptation to just say, or try and get into something else straight away. Just try and get a job. Try and get a source of income. What do you mean you're going to rest? Like, literally, like, you know when you talk to yourself, like, what do you mean you're going to rest? You need money coming in. And it's true, I do need money coming in, no joke. But then it's also like, I need to rest. And I need to trust that God is going to provide for me. So there was that temptation. But then there was also this desire. And I think that's the one thing. Literally, when I gave him my notice, I had a very awkward conversation with my manager on the Thursday morning. And then I was just smiling all through Thursday, all through Friday. Like, a girl in my team that sat next to me, I guess. I was going to say sit next to me, but she don't sit next to me anymore. She sits next to someone else. But she sat next to me and she was like, what's going on? You're so happy today. You're like extra cheerful. And I'm usually cheerful. But I was like, yeah, I was just so, it was like, you know when you're like, so much weight lifted, and I chose me for once. I chose me. I chose me over work. I chose me over the things that the company was trying to achieve. I chose me over not wanting to leave my team members in the lurch. I chose to take care of myself. So yeah, so the hope is, you know, by God's grace, I'm hoping to go back into work soon. Because I'm not trying to run through my savings. Like, as much as I'm resting, like, you know, the girl that does not want to go hungry, that little girl, is still in there. And she at some point wants to go back into a job that allows her to have a work-life balance, whatever that looks like, whatever God would have that look like. I feel like that's everything I kind of wanted to say. I don't want this, well, this video is run long, but I don't want it to run any longer. So y'all, please comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ever done anything like this before. If you've thought about doing anything like this before. And y'all, I am not trying to tell anyone to quit their job, y'all. Just put this out there. I quit my job because I knew I could. I had peace with it, and I still have peace with it. And even before I got there, so I've been having issues for about 2 years. And I kept trying to work it out. And so what I will say is, if you're in a situation where you're unhappy, try and work it out. If that's not working out, try and find another job. But most importantly, be led by God. Because when I left, I knew, and I still know, I left at a point where God wouldn't have me be there anymore. Because I tried to leave earlier before, and it was just no, you still need to be there. And I was blessed. And that's one thing I actually want to mention. As much as I've talked about, there were things like, I wasn't happy with my work-life balance and all the lack of progression and all that conversation, and like, the camel's broken back. I was blessed in that role. Like, I have grown since I've been working there. I have developed myself. Like, when I was a kid, even when I was at uni, I didn't know this job existed. And it's something I have grown to love. So, like, definitely I was blessed while I was there. And this isn't so much me trying to say, oh, my days was a horrible 3 years. It was a difficult 3 years, but then, or actually 4 years overall in the group. But it was difficult, but then, like, I also gained a lot of things. I gained friendships. I grew in my relationship with Christ. I grew in my skill sets. I developed as an individual. It wasn't like I was blessed while I was there. But yeah, when I tried to leave initially, when I was thinking about leaving, probably about 1.5 years ago, and I was praying about it and thinking about it, the definite word I got was, it's not time yet. Like, it's just not time yet. And now when I did leave, now I have left, I left because it was time. Like, I had the word, it's time. Like, and what I didn't want to do was stay there and not only hinder my blessing, but hinder their blessing. Like, sometimes when it's time, it's time. But I'm saying, like, if you're in a situation where you are unhappy with your role, try and have a conversation. Think about what changes you can make, because that's the one thing. I believe in owning 100% of your part in this. So, like, I don't think I was perfect. Whether it's my workaholic tendencies, whatever it is, I wasn't perfect, and I own that. So with the things, and I did try and make changes in my last year in the lead up to me leaving. So even before I thought about leaving, I kept trying to work on it. So what I would say is, try and see what you can do on your part. Try and see if there's anything they can do. But then if there isn't, maybe it's worth looking somewhere else, because life is too short for you to be unhappy, for you to be sick, for you to be stressed, so you can put money in someone else's pocket. Because unless it's your company, that's different. But if it's someone else's company, yeah, you're getting money in your pockets because you're getting a salary, but then you're basically working so someone else can keep a majority of the profits. And life is too short for you to be making yourself ill, for you to be stressed, for you to be unhappy, for you to be ignoring your family, for whatever it is to be going down on behalf of someone else. Like, there are other jobs out there. So I'm not saying quit like I did, but worth looking outside, because if you can do this job, you can do another job. Like, don't devalue yourself. Don't say, oh, I got this job, I don't know if I'll get another one. Put yourself out there and see what happens. There could be something amazing out there waiting for you. That's it. I feel like I've just kind of started a video basically saying, quit your job. Don't do that. But yeah, make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're taking care of the people in your life. And like, you're in the right place for you. And be led by God. Be prayerful about it. Be in His Word. And He will guide you through it. As I trust that He will guide me through it. So y'all, I'll update y'all on this journey. I'll probably come back and do an update when I get a job, a new job. So y'all will keep seeing me in videos and stuff. I think that's the one thing that's been nice. Since I've stopped working, I've been able to record more and edit more and upload more, and I'm just enjoying doing life. I'm enjoying going to cafes and working out of cafes and reading books and watching like YouTube and just watching TV and like, well, not TV, Amazon Prime every so often, but they don't have that many Cinderella movies on there. Not that I should go into my feelings about Cinderella. Cute story, but you know, fairy tales. Oh yeah, this video needs to end now. Thank you so much for watching. What I was going to say is the next video I'm going to do is a bit of a fun one. I kind of, as much as I've come on here to moan, I really actually wanted to celebrate my team members and just celebrate how much I love them and how much they've just shown me love. So I'm kind of going to do like an unboxing and an unwrapping of the leaving gifts I've got. So the next video going up either today, no, not today, either tomorrow or the day after will be me kind of unwrapping my leaving gifts and show y'all what my team got me when I left. Yeah, as leaving gifts are. I don't know why I felt the need to explain what a leaving gift is. I'm gonna stop. Oh my days. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it has blessed you. And I'm just gonna say God bless you, Jesus loves you, and may the Spirit of God be with you. Bye guys.